Alright, hello everyone. Welcome back. Welcome back. It is, we're off schedule. Again, another off schedule. Another off schedule stream. Wow. 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 So, I figure, well, one, my room is cold, and I don't own a heater. So, the most efficient way to get my room warm is to run both of my PCs, and I didn't feel like putting up a benchmarking software, so I figured that I would stream and play video games. Um, that's reason number one. Reason number two, I need to play Deadly Premonition tonight and get back through the side quest portion that kept crashing on us earlier. Um, so we're gonna be doing that here. I mean, if we're lucky, we'll get that done first thing. And then I plan to do some Euro Truck Sim after that. I think that's what I'm gonna do. That's what I'm gonna work on. Play some of that, get it set up, and that's the plan. So we're gonna be doing some speed runs. Some like I said, this is Diane Sigourey percent. These are gonna be world record attempts. If I had a way to display a timer on screen, I would, but I don't at the moment. So you know, we'll just have to infer time based on the OBS clock, I suppose. But anyway, let's go ahead and get this show on the road. Let me make sure I'm live as well. Okay, yeah, I'm live. Very good. Very good. Alright. Let's go ahead and load in here. Do some more speed runs. We're gonna try normally once. And see if we can get through it without crashing. If it crashes on the Sigourney part yet again, what we'll do is we'll try some, what am I trying to say? Compatibility modes, that's what I'm trying to say. And we will mess around with that. So, into Chapter 9 here. Alright, time for some speed runs, so I can submit this to AGDQ. Alright, so here we go. We gotta load in very quickly. We're gonna have a cutscene immediately that we have to skip through. Also, I didn't do a start time. Alright, restart. We gotta restart. Restart. Alright. We gotta restart the speed run. Okay, as soon as the Deadly Premonition logo pops up, and now. So 3:11, 3 minutes 11. 3 minutes 11 on the OBS clock. We're gonna do the speed run here. So we load into the game here. There's no way to skip past these very annoying intro screens here. This is losing us frames here. Every second we spend on these logos is losing us frames and making RNG impact in a negative way. So let's quickly get in here. Now's a good time for donations if you have any. Okay, so select chapter, over to episode 2, chapter 9, restart. Now immediately we're going to have a couple of cutscenes that we need to get past. So we are going to spam enter here to get past the cutscene. And the first thing that we are going to do is we're going to eat and then smoke. Because we need to smoke in order for it to be 14:30 in order to do this Diane quest. So immediately, we're going to go ahead. We need a heavy food item. So smoked salmon is going to work, and then we have to smoke. So it needs to be 2:30. Okay, not 2:29, not 2:31. It needs to be 2:30 exactly on the clock for us to get in and talk to Diane for the first portion of Diane Sigourney percent here. And there we go, 14:30 exactly, the exact time that I need to have. So we're gonna go ahead and skip past this cutscene here. Yes, I'm going alone. And into the art gallery we go. So we're gonna hope for some good RNG here in order to find Diane very quickly. Hopefully she will be over here to the left in this room, as she usually is. There she is, right there. And we are ready to skip past her cutscene. There we go. Now we need to spam R to make sure that we don't go into the menu for the side quest, and we immediately go over here. As we're running, we go ahead and get the weapon ready, as we're going to need to shoot a lock out of this door here. We've had some bad RNG. There we go. Beautiful, beautiful. Now we need to go around and get this painting for Diane. Through this door. Get the painting. Skip the cutscene. And take it right back to Diane. Hopefully, if we get good RNG, she should be right here. There we go. Fantastic. Excellent RNG. So we need to scroll up one. So it's up 1E. Quickly, quickly. There we go. And that's the first portion of Diane Sigourney % complete. Okay, so that is the first portion of Diane Sigourney % done. And now we need to make our way over to Sigourney and complete the second portion of this speedrun. Yes, skip cutscene is a very vital part of this speedrun, yes. It's very vital to skip all of the cutscenes, except one. If you skip the Sigourney cutscene, you will crash your game. So it's very important. It's very important that you don't crash your game. So immediately we need to go, and we need to get the radio. The radio is an item in the game that allows you to teleport across the map, and we need to go to the A&G Diner, because that is the closest point to Sigourney. So once we load in here, we're going to be right beside a Corona, and we need to be very careful not to go in it. So we need to run directly forward, and then to our left. There we go. Here we are. So we take this police car here. We've got to be very careful to not hit this Corona here.
We need to find out if Diane's alibi holds water. Which means we need to meet with the key figure.
We're out on the road.
Nick Cormack. Let's head over to the A&G Diner.
Alright, so now we need to head towards Sigourney. Now, Sigourney is the second portion of this speed run, of the split time, and we need to get her to her house, which is on the complete other side of town. Now, it's very important that you let these cutscenes play, because if you don't, it will crash your game guaranteed. 100% crash. Alright, so you need to nail this handbrake turn here in order to get us as close to Sigourney as we can. There we go. Perfect.
Zach, is there something here that you want to check out? We are supposed to meet Emily at the diner.
There's cold pot. We're going to spam R because we don't want to go into the screen.
Now, get the car going!
Alright, now we cannot skip this cutscene.
My house is over by the lake. 3, 2, 1, go!
And the game's crashed. Alright, so we're gonna have to start try some compatibility modes here. So we'll try XP. Let's run this in compatibility mode for Windows XP. See if we can get past this. Yeah, run's dead, boys. Run's dead. All right, I think we're gonna play it in a window here. See if that helps. We'll actually just play it in a window. So enjoy this view. All right, the things we do for speedruns. All right, okay, the time split. We're gonna say it was at 9:10. Actually, no, Alt F4. We gotta make sure that the time split's correct. Okay, so as soon as the Deadly Premonition logo appears, and start. So that's 9:31, 9 minutes 31. All right. So this one, I feel a world record coming. We're running in Windows XP mode, which is very vital to the speed run. It gives us a better RNG throughout the entire speed run. And it's very, very important. In fact, this is the most vital portion of the game. And now what really makes this speed run very interesting is that this game has a memory leak problem with any compatibility modes. So as we continue in the game, we will lose FPS. So our goal here, if we want to be on pace for the speedrun, is to finish the speedrun with more than 30 FPS. It is very important that we finish with more than 30 FPS. Our frame rate will go down as we continue. Okay, there we go. Now, immediately, into the pause menu to eat. So we go to the smoked salmon, we use the smoked salmon. Now we need to smoke. Now, once again, it needs to be 2:30 on the dot. 2:30. This is a good time for donations if you have any. And Seaball donated 1 bit to help fight cancer, and he says, crashing the game? I hope not. I vote to kill the animals. Well, thank you, Seaball. Thank you for supporting charity. Oh no, we've gotten 29. That's gonna really mess up our RNG. Alright, we're gonna have to go... Yes, I'm going alone, Emily. And into the art museum we go. Diane is currently running from me. We have gotten the worst RNG imaginable. Oh my lord, this is the... I've never had this happen. This is the worst RNG I've ever seen. Diane! 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 Come back! No! No, don't you dare! Oh, thank God. Okay. Hello, Diane. That was terrible. See? See what I told you? It has to be exactly 1430. If it is not exactly 1430, you get terrible RNG. Terrible, terrible RNG. There we go. Okay, now we must go in and get the painting. Seaball, if you get me those screams in an in a clean MP3 format, I'll do it for you. But they've got to be in an MP3 file, and they've got to be somewhat audio balanced. All right, so here we go. We're going to very quickly up the knee, up the knee. There we go, very quick, very quick. All right, and that completes the first portion of Diane Sigourney %. That's Guardian of the Art Gallery complete. Now, we're going to go outside. We're going to pull up the radio, just like we did last time, and we need to go over to the A&G Diner once again. So quickly, as soon as we load, we need to be spamming escape, because we need to get the radio out as quickly as possible. There we go, there's the radio. Go quickly, item, item, all the way down. And there's the radio. So we need to teleport to the A&G Diner. There we go, and there, as I said, is the first portion of Diane Sigourney % complete. Alright, so we need to quickly make our way to the cop car and be very careful to avoid the corona here.
We need to find out if Diane's alibi holds water. Which means we need to meet with the key figure.
And now we must go to Sigourney.
Let's head over to the A&G Diner.
This time I'm going to try to let the cutscenes play. So just all of them play, instead of skipping any of them. Because we let them play the first time and that did not crash our game. So we're just going to let them all play. Hopefully it will give us more RNG. Or better RNG, rather. We don't want more RNG, we just want what's already there to be better. There we go, we have ran over Sigourney,
that you want to check out?
but this has allowed us to get a better RNG position. Alright, we are going to let the cutscene play. Not going to touch anything.
I'm glad you're here. My pot. It's getting cold. Please, let's get going.
Yes, quickly, we're losing frames.
But just give me a minute.
Now's a good time for donations, if you have any.
This This is the last time. So go! Hurry! What'll you do if my pot goes cold?
Did you hear that, Zach? This is the last time. The mystery of the pot shall
This is the
soon be
last
answered.
time. We're getting the world record. We're getting the world record now. Spam R here. There we go.
Now, get the car going.
We
My
are
house
pointed in
is
the
over
wrong
by the
direction.
lake. 3, 2, 1, go!
Are you serious, man? Are we seriously not going to be able to get past this? I wonder if we do a different chapter. I wonder if that would help us if we did a different chapter instead of this one. I mean, at the very least, we could do... I know that we could do Sigourney, I believe, in a different chapter. But I'm not sure... What else is there that I could do? There's something else that I could do to help with crashes. But I'm not sure. Because it seems to be just a absolutely guaranteed crash every time, which is really weird because I have no idea how we did it the first time. Maybe we should split it up. So do Diane % and then Sigourney %. So do the Diane mission, finish the chapter, and then do maybe we should do that instead. I do wonder if those side quests are, here, let's see here. Oh, wait. DP launcher. I'm gonna load into the main game and see if I can do these on, see if I can do these side quests on Chapter 10, perhaps, instead of Chapter 9. Because Chapter 9 seems to be an incredibly, bad chapter. Thanks for being here, Hero. God, appreciate it. And if we can't do these, I mean, these aren't the most important, well, I mean, there's a trading card that I could miss from Diane. And then Sigourney, I miss a suit. Like, I wonder if I could just do Sigourney, like, in my main game. Let's load into it here and see.
Previously during the investigation.
So, you want...
Alright. Let me see here if I can load into my game here. Alright, so... Whoops. We're on the main save now. Side missions. So number 2, you can do it in chapter 11 and 12. And I imagine that you can do the Sigourney, the Sigourney one in 11 too. So we might try to do that. Instead of doing chapter 9, do it in a later chapter. Yeah, we can do it in 11 too. So let's try that. We're gonna try that. Alright, so we're going to start a new Diane Sigourney % strategy here of loading into chapter 11 instead. This is a highly advanced speedrun tactic here,
Previously
changing
during the-
chapters. This is highly advanced.
They said they...
Alright, now we need to quickly make our way to Muse's Art Gallery. I don't know what time it is. I have no clue I have zero clue what time it is. Because I don't even remember what chapter this is, honestly. I have no idea. Okay, so it is noon. Yes, go away. Yes, I'm going alone. Lost Child. Oh, this must be where we, Alright, so let's start the first portion of Diane Sigourney percent here. We are going to get the radio and go to Muse's Art Gallery. Ah, there we go. I should have known better than to try this in Chapter 9, repeatedly. I really should- oh my goodness, it's close. Oh, right. We need to eat and then smoke. Eat and then smoke. Oh, wait, is Diane dead yet? Don't know. I actually have no idea. Alright, let's smoke until 2:30. And right on the nose. Great RNG. Fantastic RNG. Beautiful. Alright, so now we have access to Diane here. Hopefully, if we get a good RNG spawn, Diane will be to the left, just as in the previous chapter we were trying. There she is. Perfect. Excellent RNG. Spam R in order to keep from going into the pause menu here. Go. I'm going to use the shotgun. We've missed. We've gotten terrible RNG here. Alright, there we go. Beautiful. Alright, so we need to make our way around. Alright, we need to take this to Diane. Quickly. W, then E. Very quickly. W-E. There we go. And that is the first portion of Diane Sigourney percent complete. Now we must make our way to Sigourney. Zach seems to be York seems to be hungry, rather. Hello, Case. Welcome to the stream. Alright, so we need to be spamming escape so that we can, in order to get the radio very quickly. There we go. Quickly go to items, item, all the way down to the radio. And we need to go to the A&G Diner. If this mission crashes again, I don't know. I guess we're just not going to do it. Hopefully it doesn't crash now that we're in a different portion of the game, but...
Zach, do you know the best way to find lost children? Posters. Put up posters to gather info. That's the most effective way. It works for pets as well as children, and always gets results. Offering a reward gets faster results. Our Bureau's favorite old trick.
We'll try to skip the cutscenes this time. Because it seems like the game wants to crash every time, right before. We can also smoke a cigarette for like an hour, see if that helps. Well, no, it wouldn't be the time of day, because the first time we did it, the time of day was still...
So, Zach, this case turned it... Zach, is there something here that you want to check out?
According to Lily, the...
Is Sigourney in the... Is she there? Am I on the... She's not yelling at me, though. Is there a marker to take her home? Is that gold marker her house? I think so. Yes. Okay, we are in the side mission. Yes. Alright, we lost a bunch of frames there because I got confused. But we are in the side mission.
Hurry! Hurry! Step on it! Why do you have to drive so safely? Can't you see my pot is getting cold? This is not good. It's losing more and more of its warmth. At this rate, my pot is going to get cold. Hurry! Hurry! Step on it! Why do you have to drive so safely? Can't you see my pot is getting cold? Why
Yes,
aren't
Sigourney,
we there
I
yet?
understand.
Could you step on it? If we go this slow, my pot is going to get cold. This is not good.
Oh, terrible
It's
RNG.
losing
Terrible
more and more of
RNG.
its warmth. At this rate, my pot is going to get cold. Hurry! Hurry! Step on it! Why do you have to drive so safely? Can't you see my pot is getting cold? This
Yes,
is
I understand,
not good.
Sigourney. I understand.
It's losing more and more of its warmth. At this rate, my pot is going to get cold.
Yes, attack.
Hurry!
RNG.
Hurry!
It's called
Step on
RNG.
it!
Random
Why
number.
do you have
Okay?
to drive so
That's what it's all
safely?
about. Speedruns
Can't
are
you
all
see
about
my pot is
RNG.
getting cold.
It's all about the RNG, you see? It's all the RNG is the most important part of the speedrun. There we go. That was good RNG there, hitting that wall. That was very good. Alright, we need to release the throttle just a bit so that our heart will calm down before we have a heart attack. Now, I believe in this chapter we need to go up to the Greenvale Forest Park, I think. I am fast, Ninja. This is the fastest Diane Sigourney % you've ever seen. I don't think it's even been 5 minutes yet.
Could you step on it? If we go this slow, my pot is going to get cold.
About to have a heart attack. Attack! Have you never watched
Why
a
aren't we
speedrun in
there
your life?
yet? Could you step on it? If we go this slow, my pot is going to get cold.
There we go. And there we go. Very good. Very good. And that section of the speedrun is complete. Alright, now. I'm just gonna go ahead and complete RNG here and hope that I remember this chapter correctly and go up to the forest park. Because I'm pretty sure that's where I need to go. That's not true, Attack. There are other people who have ran this game. Yes, I did remember this correctly.
Zach, do you know the best way to find lost children? Posters. Put up posters to gather
I like
info.
posters, York.
That's the most effective way. It works for pets as well as children, and always gets results. Offering
Now's a good
reward
time
gets
for
faster
donations
results.
if you have any.
Our Bureau's favorite old trick.
Looks like Seaball donated 1 bit with save the animals, kill the crashes. Thank you for your support. And spam.
Huh?
And...
According to
oh. Alright, we
That's
gotta
right.
we gotta
The art
remember
gallery.
we gotta remember the answers to
Before
these.
entering the gallery, Diane looked back towards Olivia, almost as though she saw Olivia in the
We
dark.
can't skip these cutscenes.
Nick, so
Oh, who was it? Quint? Yes.
that's right.
Yes, the
was
RNG.
Quint.
Yes.
Becky's boyfriend. He went to
The
her house
RNG.
and saw the tragedy. Now, about Becky's murder. I'm embarrassed and mortified. Killer struck again while we were on the case.
Sketchbook. Yep, there we go.
That's right. We found a sketchbook in Becky's room. She had apparently
Yeah,
written a
we've
letter
lost
to
some
her
frames,
sister
Attack,
Diane.
I agree. We've lost many frames.
There was
Yep, gave it to Isaac and
That's
Isaiah.
right, Zach.
That's correct.
And from what Isaac and Isaiah told us, Carol offered to take the items to Diane, but the twins refused.
Come on, come on.
They gave them to Diane themselves, as they had promised.
Who's the most suspicious? Or wait, no. No.
I don't think so.
I don't know what the question
certainly
was.
suspicious,
Oh,
but
yeah, it was
there's
Diane.
someone else at the center of this.
That's right. I thought it was the suspicious question, but I wasn't positive. Alright, we lost some frames.
That's right.
That's fine.
Becky's sister and Carol's enemy, linked to both Nick and Kaysen,
Come on.
the elegant owner of the art gallery. Zach, that's our next move.
We'll start with Diane.
We'll start with Diane.
And... time. Bravo! Wow, I'm going to AGDQ next year, guys. Beautiful. That was an excellent speed run. That was the best speed run I've ever done. I'm very proud of what I've done. We got Sigourney Diane, we got both of those side quests, and we are now ready to continue in the story tomorrow for the game. We got Diane Sigourney percent world record right here. We got the split, we got the percentage, the RNG was on our side, and we got it. There we go. Beautiful. Just beautiful. Now let me back up the save real quick.